Good Monday morning. It is, it's a little earlier than I normally do these things. I'm headed off on a field trip shortly, taking a few kids to the Missouri Journalism Education Association's Editorial Leadership Day in Columbia. So I'm really excited about that today. We had that event last year for the first time, and it's gonna be great. Today in Columbia. So before that, I have a few meetings. I have a group of kids coming in at 6:30. We're on newspaper deadline this week, so they're going to make sure they're set for the week here. And I realized on Friday afternoon, I have a few things happening today. So I got a couple meetings before I go and take off. And it should be all good though. So, but I wanted to make sure I continued with this and connected and talked about a little something I'm trying out this year. I'm 4 weeks in. I haven't given up on it yet. I think I'm really going to like it. I'm probably going to talk about it more as we get going. I'm one of those people who I'm always continuing to try and find ways how can I get better at what I'm doing, because I really like my job. I do, and I don't want to stink at it, so I'm always trying to figure out new things. Well, so 3 weeks ago, it was the first or second week of the school year, they had one of these lunch teacher trainings, and I'll be honest, it was the it's for 20 minutes when you have lunch, you can go down to the library and you can pick up something, and I like them. Don't get me wrong, I like it, but it was the second week of school. I had so much to do. I was like, oh man, I could have a working lunch. I could get this stuff done. It's a Friday. I could get a few things done for the weekend because I was going to be gone. And anyway, they were having Cane's, this chicken stuff. It's pretty good. Cane's. They're not sponsoring this Facebook Live message, but they have delicious chicken and sauce to dip the chicken in. Anyway, and they have some good fries too. And so I thought, well, I'll go down. And Matt Riffey was doing it. He's a teacher here, great teacher. And I thought, well, okay, I'll go listen. I'll eat the Canes. It's good for me. I'll do this. And anyway, so Matt talked for 20 minutes about this flipped classroom thing. And I don't know why it spoke to me like it did on that day, but I was a little intrigued by it. I took some notes. I came back to my class and I had more questions, so I tracked him down and talked to him that afternoon. And my brain was just moving on this one. And that day, I was headed to Kansas City for a workshop I was doing. And so I said, hey, is there, how do I learn some more about this? Is there an audio book or something? 4 hours in the car, come on, I can only listen to the same song so many times. And so he's like, oh, there's this podcast. So long story short, I listened to 4 hours of podcast, the same podcast as John Bergman podcast. Really, really good. 4 hours all the way there. I listened to 4 hours all the way back. And then on Saturday, when I was going to the Iowa State game, Iowa did win that one, by the way. I don't know if you saw the score. It was a pretty good score. Anyway, on the way to Iowa, I finished. It was ended up being 11 total hours of podcasts about flipped classrooms that I learned about, and I think I'm all in. It's interesting. So the idea, the concept with flipped learning, and I'm not good on technical edu jargon and stuff like that, so I don't know why this stuck. So what it is basically you try and take your lectures and you move those into online videos. And the kids' homework is to watch the videos at night, 5 to 10, 12-minute videos max. Nothing like 30 minutes of me blabbing at them. But you make these short videos. They do that direct instruction at home, so then when they have class time with you, they can get hands-on. You can help them there on the spot and really work with them on things. So instead of me blabbing at them on how to use a camera in this intro broadcast journalism class I have, I can actually talk to them about how to use the camera for a 10-minute video, and then I get to work with them with cameras all day in class rather than me talking about it and then sending them home where they have no real support and their fingers all become thumbs and they're just kind of staring at the thing, not remembering anything I talked about because they just got done with lunch and they were wishing they would have gotten more French fries, and that's what they were thinking about when I was talking about shutter speed and aperture. And then the nice thing about these videos too is they can go back and re-watch them at any time. They can refresh themselves on things. And so for people who want to or need to hear my lecture a couple different times to get what's going on. It's great. It also helps those kids who get it right away, that they can kind of move on with the next step. It's this whole big thing that in this 5-minute time or so that I've allocated myself, I can't really talk about. And so I'm going to talk about it more. But I used to do this like kind of way back in the day, yesteryear. And it stemmed from not wanting to answer the same question 92 times. So I was like, how do you do a cutout on Photoshop? And so finally, it was the days before YouTube, because there were those days. I made these handouts with step-by-step things, and I made this binder of basically these handout tutorials. If kids wanted to know things, I took like the 10 questions that were asked of me all the time, repeatedly, and I answered them in a book. And then when they come ask me those questions, I'd say, go check the book. And then they go check the book, and then I could deal with somebody else who like actually needed me thinking and helping them with something like that. And so then I've changed, and I've done some video tutorials in the past, but this whole idea that, again, Matt Riffey, great teacher, Francis Howell North, great dude. Anyway, the whole thing that he kind of got my brain working on here with this, it's basically taking that idea of doing those things and supercharging it and doing a million of them. So I teach an intro broadcast class. I've worked to kind of flip that whole thing. I'll be honest, I'm not really sure how it's playing out. I think it's going okay. I know I'm getting a lot more one-on-one time with the kids in that class than I normally would have, and so I think that's helping. I'm really not going to know how it goes, though, till the end of this semester, and I probably need to get through another one before I really know what I'm doing. But I'm trying it. Like 19 years, I'm trying something new. It's good. It's a little scary at times, but I'm doing okay. I'm also going to do it, though, with my publication classes. I'm going to work to do the same exact thing with them as much as I can in terms of some of those lessons that I plan to teach and that I do teach in front of them, flipping some of those things, have them watch them at homework, so then we can actually practice something during the day. So again, they're not just listening to me blab on end for 15, 20 minutes. So anyway, flipped classroom. I'll put some links on the next 26 page I have to that podcast I referenced. I'll put a link to Mr. Riffey's Twitter account just to be nice to him. And yeah, I think that's what I got today. So it's cool stuff. I waited 4 weeks to talk about it on here because I didn't know if it was going to stick, but it has. So that's what's going on. And yeah, I'll keep you updated on that. I'm off to prep, so I make sure I'm good to go before my meetings and Mizzou today. I hope you have a great Monday and a great week ahead. And yeah, talk to you next week.